So is XRP going to $10,000? That's the burning question on everybody's minds right now, because there's been a lot of people talking about it, with some people even saying that it's going to happen in 2025, and we got a couple days left. Well, that's obviously not going to happen. The question still remains, can XRP hit some of these crazy prices? And I have the answer to that in this video. If you do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. And if you want to see every single XRP play that I take, I post them all on my IG. We've been going crazy all year long. This has by far been the best trading year ever. And I think 2026 is going to be even crazier. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Why is a $10,000 XRP even talked about? Well, a lot of people think that this coin, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, can get to some of these crazy high prices without factoring in things like market cap and everything else. And while there's a lot of naysayers that say it's just not possible for XRP to hit some of these prices, there's a handful of scenarios where it might be possible. Just to get this out the way, I truly do believe in XRP. I'm probably the biggest XRP bull there is, but I also love money. And what's actually kind of funny is the people that are focused on lower and more realistic price targets, they actually make more money than people banking on bigger prices that are in the very distant future. And the reason being is because there's a lot of people that are trying to bank on a get rich quick. You know, they want that one coin. They could just put $1,000 in and it's going to make them a millionaire. But the harsh reality is that's not a thing anymore. You're not going to find a coin like XRP in the top 5. They can just put such little amounts in and it's just going to make you a millionaire. Now, this is obviously not the popular thing to say. You know, everybody's going to be a millionaire. Everybody's going to be rich. But the truth is, having a lower price target will make you more money. Now, let's run through some scenarios where a 10,000 XRP could be possible. I mean, as you can see right here, there's a ton of people that are talking about it. One of the main arguments that's been for the last couple of years has been if it takes over something like Swift. But will that happen? Who knows? I'm not even going to sit here and tell you it's not, because I genuinely have been so baffled with cryptocurrency. I'd be a fool to sit here and tell you and completely rule out that one single thing is not going to happen. Like me personally, I never thought that Bitcoin would hit $100,000, especially this fast. But again, I was mind blown how we went from literally around 10,000 all the way to 100, and it literally continued to go up. So can some of these theories come true where, you know, you have just mass adoption out of nowhere? Sure. That would require literally every single card aligning in the universe. And could it happen? Fuck, maybe. But like I said, I love money. That's the game that I'm playing, is I want more money. So what's going to make me more money short term? Only just stashing a little bit away, having the idea that, oh, $10,000 is coming. We're having a more realistic price target like 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. And that's where I think a lot of people are messing up. You see, 2026 is going to bring a lot of money. I think genuinely it's probably going to be the craziest year for crypto, and especially XRP, that we've ever seen. But where people are going to mess up is shooting for the stars. They're missing everything else, you know? Let's just entertain the fact that XRP could go to 10,000, just so you guys could understand how crazy that was. If you put in, let's say, $1,000 right now at, you know, $1.80, and we went to literally $10,000, that's $5 million in profit, bro. That's crazy, you know? And then you up that to where probably most people are coming in with like 20,000, $100 million, bro. And then if you're like a big dog right now and you got 100 bands laying around, you got 500 million. You're almost to $1 billion. You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, all of us would love to see XRP at those prices. Me personally, that's not my focus, and I really could give a damn if it happens. Fuck, man, I'm rich as shit. But if it doesn't, I'm prepared for way lower prices. Let me tell you what I'm prepared. I'm prepared for a $20 XRP, which still on a 100 grand investment, you're making $1 million. I'm prepared for a $50 XRP. I think it's actually going to happen. I think that that's a no-brainer. $2 million. I even think that there's a reality where we can hit 100. Absolutely. You're talking 5 million. But short term, I'm only focused on 5, 10, 15-ish area. This entire move that we made in the last year, we repeated that same move, we would land anywhere from $12 to $17. Now, literally a year later, I believe that those prices are extremely possible. I believe if you're also in the same mindset as me, where you know XRP is going to make you money regardless, but you're also a little bit more realistic with your price targets, you're going to sit there and think, oh damn, I'm stacking. If I'm really working my ass off and I'm chipping away and I'm constantly stacking my bag, you are going to absolutely eat when we go to these price targets, because newsflash, guys, a lot of people are going to sit there and be like, oh my God, only $15? Oh, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You're talking like a 7 to 10x minimum. Newsflash, Bitcoin's not doing that anytime soon. That would literally be a fucking $1 million plus Bitcoin. It's just not happening. So I encourage everybody, yes, be bullish about the coin. Yes, prepare for your future. Could there be a moonshot opportunity where it absolutely takes over everything? Sure, but be realistic about your price targets, and I promise you're going to make more money, and it's going to make you work harder in the long term. Because if you're on the IG, what do? We trade, we stack, we add to our long-term bags. Every single trade that I'm taking, I am constantly putting away and stacking towards my long-term XRP bags. And at prices like this, when XRP is down, it's even more of a fire sell. Let me know what you think. Are we ever going to hit $10,000, or is it a pipe dream? Let me know your price targets. And if you want to see more videos, leave a like, subscribe, be on the IG. I'll post all my plays there. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. 2026 is going to be a hell of a year.